Okay. Should be live now. Yep. Oh, I can't see chat. It's a bit of a problem. How you guys doing? Alright, here we go. I'm gonna have to fucking have a tab open with my own stream because I can't see chat on the thing. YouTube doesn't fucking work. Live streams have never worked for me. Okay, there we go. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? I haven't been live in forever. Holy shit, this chair. Playing FC26. What the fuck is FC26, my guy? It's holding a price scanner. This is a Lego microphone that I made like a month ago. And I wanted to use it in videos, but the mic doesn't sound as good as the microphone I have set up. So I haven't been using it, but I thought I would use it for the live stream. W mic, thank you. I still have to glue it. I haven't glued it together, so it falls apart really easily. But, yeah. We'll just leave that over there. When's the video on capacitive sticks dropping? I still have to... Well, no, I do have a controller with capacitive sticks, so I'm working on that. I don't exactly know, though. I got a lot of other projects. I got a lot of stuff going on outside of controllers, too, right now. So... Why not just pretend to use it in the videos? No? Yeah, it's a good idea. That's actually a good idea. Why you always dress like you were in the 90s? Because I was born from a 90s person. I will put it that way. That is the easiest way I could put it. Yo, dirt on YT, Fred. I appreciate you, boyo. Sincerely. You're my first fucking dono. I don't know if the donos are gonna pop up on the fucking thing. I tried to fucking get the information working and with the overlays. I don't know how any of this works. I still don't know how to do the whole live streaming thing. 90s fashion is cool. It is the last era when I mean, I don't want to get too deep into it, but the 90s seem like they were so cool. Everything from the 90s seems like it was so cool. But I bet it was, you know, just like every other period of time, I bet it was just as shit as this time. You know, back in the 90s, we were in the same spot in the 90s that we're in right now. You know, a bunch of people were committing financial crimes. They were setting up some big event. It was a fun time. It was a fun time, the 90s. .com bubble, all that shit. 90s were great. I guarantee it. Wasn't there. He's dressed like Captain N. Who the fuck is Captain N? Why does that... What the hell is all this talk of Captain N? I'm Kuda. Did you try the Hyperkin competitor? I have not. I have not. Had a real raw FlyDigi incident with my Apex 4 Ava editions. Left stick going bunk. Looking skeptical at my Apex 5 Ava. Yeah, the Apex 5. I haven't made a video on the Apex yet because I don't quite know how to cover it. So the Apex 4 and the Apex 5, in my opinion, are terrible controllers. I'll just say that here. The Apex 4 and Apex 5 both have a lot of weird reliability issues. So FlyDigi said that they fixed the issues that came up with the, like, detonating thumbsticks on the Apex 4. Like, the Apex 4 thumbsticks would crack And they said that they fixed that because they changed the material that they're made out of. But the Apex 5 thumbsticks have started cracking too. So I'm not exactly sure what's going on there. I'm not highly confident in FlyDG's controllers this generation. The Vader 5 Pro is probably still going to be my recommendation over the Apex if you were going to do either of them. But they're not great. They're not great. And I don't know. I just don't quite know how to cover them. I think I'm going to put them both in a video together about how they could have been great, but they really aren't because of their reliability issues. They're very consistent, the reliability issues, which means they're quite widespread. When's your G7 Pro 8K coming? I just ordered it from Best Buy yesterday, and it's coming today for me. I don't know. GameSir still hasn't sent out the G7 Pro 8K, but I'll probably, when did they say? I think in the email they said that they were going to send that out in May, I think. I don't quite know. Usually GameSir sends me controllers early. They didn't send me that controller early. I anticipate because my review of their last G7 controller wasn't so nice, and they probably don't want that on launch. That's just a game theory. I have a lot of shit like that with companies because I'm not the nicest, but we'll see. It should be in May though. And then it'll probably end up being a short video because I've already looked at the G7 Pro, which is like the same controller. The Wu Chang, which is again the same controller. They're all very similar. It's just that the 8K model is going to be faster. The Wu Chang is going to have the wireless. And the base model is going to be the least equipped out of all of them. And that's really about it. Vader 5 Pro is my main controller for COD, performs the best. People have said a lot of great things about a lot of controllers I truly, absolutely fucking hate. Even people who play, like, super competitively have said great things about, like, the Raiju V3 Pro and the Vader 5 Pro. Controllers that I haven't been that nice to. I'll have to talk to some people about that and see what's up with that. I don't know if it's, like, an aiming thing or what, but I've heard a lot of people talk to me about how controllers I just don't really give a shit for, or controllers that I know aren't good in terms of like reliability are fun in competitive games. So I'll definitely have to get some opinions. Trying to decide between getting TMR sticks from Battle Beaver for my DualSense Edge or buying a Hex Gaming Phantom. What would you recommend? It depends on what features you want outside of the Hall effect sticks. If you would like Battle Beaver's crazy, like, they have a bunch of crazy ass features. If you're more interested in that too, as well as the Hall effect sticks, then I would, or the TMR sticks. I don't know, though. I kind of like the Phantom over... I mean, that's another thing, though. I still have to get a Battle Beaver. Battle Beaver has really good controllers. They're just really expensive, which is why I haven't got one yet. I can't get them to send one out because I've tried. And buying one is literally... Because I have to... If I'm going to buy one, I have to spec it out to, like, max spec to be able to review all of the features it has available to it. And to do that, even without any, like, aesthetic customizations, like $400. So, yeah. I'm going to say the Phantom because that's what I have experience with. Stoked on the Vader 5 vest, hoping it lasts maybe at least until the 8-bit Do 3E. I'm very disappointed in the 3E. Everyone's making a GameSir G7 clone now, and the 3E is like the most expensive one. I think... I've heard a bunch of different prices for it, but I've generally heard prices above $150 for the 8-bit Do Ultimate 3E, and that scares the shit out of me. Because it's not going to be worth that. At least I can't see a controller, even if it has like TMR sticks and 2 rear buttons and 2 buttons on the front, like it looks like it's going to, and like a clicky D-pad or some shit. The Wu Chang G7 is like $100. So the 8-bit Duo Ultimate, it wouldn't really be a competitor at that point. If you want the perfect competitive controller, Wolverine V3 8K for sure. No rumble motors, ridiculously good battery life, insane fast response times, and the best sticks I've ever felt. I could see that. I could definitely see that. But I don't know. I'm not a big... The thing is like, I have looked back at my Razer videos. The one for the Razer Wolverine V3 Pro, the one for the V2 Chroma, and I realized a pattern that I plan to make a video on this specifically, and I have a title picked out and everything for it. Most of it's already written. But, so I won't say too much here. But Razer, like, sucks at making controllers nowadays, and it really pisses me off. Like, the controllers look good on launch. Don't get me wrong, they really look good on launch. But then you give it time, and the controllers always have reliability issues, and the software always sucks. The software always fucking sucks. The app sucks. I don't know. There's the heater. But, like, a lot of people like Razer controllers, and I like Razer controllers on launch, but then I always give it more time, and I'm always like, yeah, I just can't see it compared to a lot of other devices, mostly because of the pricing and the reliability. That's mostly what I have to say about Razer's controllers. The pricing and the reliability really fucking scares me. But I don't own the 8K one. I know it's like the Wolverine V3 Pro, but I don't have the 8K model, so I can't really speak specifically on the 8K, but yeah. And then they always, like, the fucking Raiju V3 Pro is $220. And I'm sorry, a lot of people have said they like that controller. I have never used a slower controller on PlayStation in my life. I have never once felt a slower controller, not just on PlayStation, but anywhere in my life. The GPDL, or not the GPDL, the Prometheus 82 testing was like 60 milliseconds or some shit like that. It was indescribably slow on PlayStation. And that's $220. That's $220. I just can't. Like, how am I supposed to recommend that over the DualSense Edge when I know for a fact that Razer's controllers are a bunch of bullshit? And they don't know how to make anti-stick drift thumbsticks either, because the Raiju's been getting a fucking stick drift here and there. I've seen reports of that, which is fucking crazy. I don't even... I have to... That's another thing. A big thing, like a big project I'm looking to make here soon is reliability. I plan to go over like a deep dive into controller reliability, not just thumbsticks, but buttons, bumpers, triggers, wireless connections, software, firmware, all of it. Because, like, no one, like, people talk about stick drift all the time. No one talks about the fact that every aspect of a controller is unreliable. Like, you don't have to deal with that shit with a mouse and keyboard. It is mad annoying. And I think that deserves a big, big project all on its own. I know it deserves a big project all on its own. I've been making some notes about something like that, so we'll see how that plays out. I might end up doing that this month if I'm feeling froggy. DualSense Edge is still the gold standard for you on PS5. Even on PC, you can make a great case for it. Yeah, man, like, that's the problem I have, is that the DualSense Edge, when it first launched, seemed so weird to me, especially for PlayStation. And the problem I have with the DualSense Edge is, here's the truth, like the objective truth about the DualSense Edge. It is overpriced. Compared to other controllers that have the same price, the amount of money you're spending for the amount of features you get is complete bullshit. But the PlayStation landscape is so barren that the DualSense Edge actually makes sense. Not only does it make sense, but it is the most viable controller for PlayStation if you want a pro controller. At least in my opinion. At $200, it's way overpriced. But it's still better than, like, I don't know. If you want to pay $250 for a Hex Phantom, you could do that, but that's like $250 seems like $200 seems like the maximum for a lot of people. Once you push past $200, it seems like a lot of people bow out because there just seems to be a stigma of paying over $200 for a controller, and I completely get that because you shouldn't be paying $200 for a controller, but these companies price them that way, and that's really how it is. That's why I review a lot of shit that's not $200. I try my best to look at the stuff that's not $200 and make sure I give that the publicity. So no one's trying to spend that much money on a controller. Are you going to put a review out on the updated Scuf Envision Pro? I personally really like it, and Scuf actually honored their warranty when my D-pad started fucking up. IQ is still kind of ass, though. Yeah, Corsair sucks. But I really loved the Scuf Envision when it came out, and I think I would consider taking another gander at it, because I know they have some updated features on it. I know it's mostly the same controller, but with a few key updates. I think that'd be interesting. I really had hope for Scuf with the Envision Pro. The problem is that I feel like a broken record. But the Envision Pro was like... and I don't mean like in terms of its features. I mean like when I looked back at it recently, I looked back at the reliability of it. I went through reviews and I went through customers. A lot of people were not happy with that controller at all, and I felt very bad that that's another thing, is I feel terrible about making good reviews about bad controllers, because I usually don't know they're bad controllers until around the time either my review goes up, because I've been working on it, and through, all right, this is hard to explain. But this year I've been uploading videos on time. But back when I wasn't uploading videos on time, my reviews would come out around the time the controller started getting customer reviews. So I could like a device, but then by the time my review was ready, people had already started complaining about reliability issues. And that was a big fucking problem. Like, and with the Envision, it is a similar thing, where it was just same thing with the Turtle Beach Stealth Ultra. I made a review. I really liked the controller. Turns out a lot of people didn't like that controller or had really bad problems with it. So, yeah. D Stance with the $5. Thanks for all you do. I really appreciate it. I really appreciate you. I sincerely appreciate you and your $5. And thank you. I don't know how to say thank you for donations at all. I don't do this live streaming shit, guys. I really don't. Last time I live streamed was 2.5 years ago. You look like you might have a peanut or tree allergy. Am I correct? No. As far as I know, I think it's a mold allergy, because one time, I haven't had like allergies to anything, but one time I cleaned my room, right? And I have this carpet at the bottom of my room because I'm in a basement, so it's cold as fuck all the time. I need this carpet. So I had this carpet. I pulled this carpet up to clean the floor, and my face swelled up so bad. I could still breathe, but my eyes were like shut, and my face was huge. And I called my mom, and I was like, I think I'm okay. I feel fine, but I feel like I should tell somebody about this. And she like left work and was like going to take me to the hospital and everything. So there is an allergy out there. Don't quite know what it is. Think it's a mold, because I believe there was some mold when I pulled this carpet up. Just a little bit of it, not much, but it's there. Did you see my comment on your 2026 roundup regarding the faceplate of the Cyclone 2 breaking and the anti-friction ring after 3 months? I did not. That is very interesting. I will actually take a look-see into that, because the Cyclone 2 is one of my favorites, and I still like to make a video on it. You gonna do a review on the ZD Ultimate Legend? Maybe. Not anytime soon that I have planned, though. Maybe. Maybe. That's all I'll say for now is maybe on that one. Hey, Lazy! Holy shit, man! Almost at 100K. That's crazy. Proud of you for going through with YouTube. Thanks for the support, man. I haven't seen you in so long. I was curious who would pop up in the live streams, because holy shit, we have 100 people in here. This is terrifying. This is way worse live. My anxiety is going through the roof. But thanks, man. I fucking really appreciate you continuing to support me. So many people, like when I came back, so many people dropped comments back when in 2020, like 6 years ago, fucking 2018, 2019, almost a decade of watching this channel. And I have been doing this shit I've been doing this for about a decade. In fact, November of this year, it will be 10 years. 10 years I've been doing this shit. And so many people from like way back in the day still support me. And I truly appreciate you guys. It's awesome. I've also haven't really been talking about it because I've specifically wanted to just post about stuff that's like relevant, like controllers and tech and stuff. But really, I fucking appreciate you guys on the support on these recent videos. Like all of the recent videos have done well. All of them. Every single one. I have no idea how after coming back from a year that happened. But I really do fucking appreciate you guys. YouTubers really like to be like, I did this all on my own, did it on my own, don't need no one else. That's always bullshit. Always lurking in the shadows. Exactly, Lazy. I see, you guys are always lurking in the shadows, waiting there for me. And I cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. Streams are way nostalgic, though. I remember you streaming in like 2020. It was peak. It was so peak, dude. I remember this. I am currently streaming right now, I think. With the peak amount of people I had back then, this is terrifying. This is how many people I would have streaming when I was at my peak in 2020. I would be losing my mind at 100 people, dude. Like, and it still is in my mind. I'm just trying my best to keep it under control. Ooh, Hathel98 with the $10. The biggest supporter of the channel. Seriously, I appreciate you so much, dude. I'm sorry that the things aren't coming up on the screen. I'm super pissed about that. The notifications for everything else come up when I'm not streaming live, but when I'm live, it's a bunch of bullshit. Thank you for the great reviews. It's great to have you back. I'm looking forward to the Steam controller review when it comes out. I am looking forward to that. Hey, the fucking notification popped up. Okay, see, I clearly have a couple of things to figure out with the stream. Next stream will have, like, notifications and everything pop up. But yeah, man, I'm super excited for the Steam controller, too. I am, like, really excited. I already have a bunch of ideas for that video. It's going to be so awesome. And I'm excited for the Steam controller specifically because it's not like other devices where it's like a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller. It's a PC, Steam machine, not really multi-platform thing. But I feel like a lot of people watch my videos about these controllers and then use them on PC. I am so excited for a PC touchpad controller. Ooh, it's going to be great. Patreon when? Patreon will be out in the next few days. I have the whole Patreon set up. I have tiers, I have intros. I have to shoot 2 videos today, actually, when I'm done with this stream. I have to shoot an intro video for members on the Patreon, and I have to shoot a video for the YouTube channel. And I will have the Patreon will be here soon. I am very excited. I'm going to be posting like a motherfucker on the Patreon as well. I know it's weird for a tech channel to have a Patreon, and I'll probably mention that in my video. It's a bit weird, but I am not the average tech reviewer. I have looked a lot into tech reviewers, and a lot of these guys who are doing tech reviews have established careers and oftentimes degrees. I do not have that. So the Patreon will will definitely help out with expanding beyond controllers and this, that, and the other. Can you do videos on retro handhelds? You know, that would be fun. I would love to do something like that. Like, something that doesn't really... Like, I don't know. Since I'm like a modern tech channel, I'm always like, oh, I gotta cover the latest and greatest stuff, or I gotta cover this, that, and the other. But that would be really interesting. Neon Hue 666 with the 40. I don't. What is? There is a currency. There's a 49 currency. I have no idea what that is, but I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you so much. You are a legend. You guys are going crazy with the fucking things. You guys are absolutely insane. I appreciate you guys. Seriously, thank you. Most tech reviewers are just paid to give a slop, not gonna lie. I wouldn't go that far, guys. I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm getting older. Everyone in my family, when they get older, they get softer. They go from like being really hard, abrasive people to being harder, or to being softer. But like, I don't want to be so hard on other tech reviewers nowadays. I don't know. It just seems cruel. Not like I'm punching down, but I don't know. It just seems cruel. We're all doing our own thing. Some people fucking phone it in. Some people don't. You know, YouTube's a very free and open platform. So you get, you know, sometimes that's what you get. Sometimes you get people who are just phoning it in. Sometimes you get people who give a shit. My only worry about the Steam controller is that it used the PlayStation thumbstick layout, and I've tried it, but I can't use PlayStation controller to save my life. That's an interesting point. But I think it's so weird because so many people like the PlayStation layout over like the Xbox design. And you know what? Someone made a comment about this. I don't know. I didn't reply to it. I should have. But someone made a comment that I just remembered. That you just reminded me. This guy said, why would third-party controller companies continue to make controllers with an Xbox thumbstick layout when they so very clearly lost the console war, like, every single time? Like, why would you use the less popular controller that fewer people are technically using to design your controllers after? Why would you use the asymmetrical layout? Why wouldn't you use the symmetrical layout? I think it stems from way back in the day, because the asymmetrical layout has existed, if I remember correctly, before Xbox. I'm pretty sure. I don't know. I'm not great with the retro gaming shit, but yeah. Like, why would people use the asymmetrical layout? This man act like Nintendo don't exist. Yeah, but were their controllers asymmetrical back in, like, way back in the day? No, yeah, they were. Were they? See, this is why I need to get back into retro gaming. N64 layout for the win. Yeah, see, this is exactly. I need to get my hands on some cool controllers, but like, or some fucking awesome consoles. To be honest, I would really like to do some gaming live streams at some point, because I'm not gonna lie, I would really, really, really like to do GTA 6. Ooh, I'd like to do GTA 6. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. GTA 6 comes out 3 days before my channel turns 10 years old. What was the first thing I uploaded on this channel? GTA 5. I am so amped for GTA 6. Nintendo always was asymmetrical from the GameCube. So yeah. See, that's what I was thinking too. I was like, yeah, like, other companies outside of Xbox have asymmetrical layouts and have. It's kind of been an industry. It's weird that PlayStation has been winning the console wars recently, but like the asymmetrical ABXY button layout, or the asymmetrical thumbstick layout and the ABXY button layout is still like industry standard. I think that's pretty interesting. Although I think we're going to see more symmetrical controllers now that like GameSir and other third-party companies have finally dipped their toes into symmetrical thumbstick controllers. I think we'll see a lot of those. I'm very excited. Because controllers appeal to the OG console nerds. To old man their FPS games like me, and they want to appeal to those OG COD Halo people. At that point in time, Xbox dominated the field. Yeah, but did they? That's the thing, is I looked at the numbers from like all of the actual console generations, and aside from like the 360, I'm not going to speak on this because I'm not remembering as much as I need to in order to speak on this. But if I remember correctly, Xbox has been losing the console wars for a long time. Long time. And then again, Nintendo's been kicking ass for a long time too. So, yeah, asymmetrical controllers for the win. PS4 and PS5 controllers feel like my hand is about to have a stroke. I've gotten cramps from certain controllers that are not... You want to know what's weird? Here's the weirdest shit. Symmetrical designs for me are fine. But square controllers, no. It's why I don't like the DualSense or the DualShock as much as I want to. Because they feel great. Aside from the shape of the body, like, extends my index finger to a point where, like, my knuckle kind of hurts. And it feels like I'm about to get a cramp sometimes. Specifically, 8-bit controllers, I cannot stand. Like, I will use them for reviews. And I will review them based on their merit, what they offer, all this other stuff. But in terms of their feel, and I've heard a lot of other people talk about 8-bit controllers too, their square-ass design doesn't sit right with my hands. I don't know why. And specifically, square controllers that look like PlayStation controllers with an asymmetrical Xbox design. That really fucks me up. Don't know why. Never had that issue. How long have you been playing? Damn. I've been playing since GTA... Vice City? Was Vice City even around? Or was I around when Vice City came out? Or did Vice City come out before I was born? What year did Vice City... I can't look anything up right now. What year did Vice City come out in? I've been playing since GTA Vice City on the PS2. 1? I don't remember. But I remember playing GTA Vice City when I was a kid. Do you play Claw? No. I don't play Claw because Claw... We have a history of carpal tunnel in this family. I am not playing Claw. My mom got carpal tunnel when she was 19 years old. I am 23. So, it's... No. No Claw. Sup, V, it's Pope from Discord. Thoughts on the Cyclone 3 teased yesterday? Pope, I don't know how to describe this to you. But yesterday was April Fool's Day. People were commented on my video that I released yesterday about this Cyclone 4. That's the first time I've heard of the Cyclone. GTA Vice City 2002. Okay, that came out a year before I was born. Jesus Christ. But yeah, the Cyclone 3 is, that's why I said the 3, not the 4. Oh. I hope that the Cyclone 3 is like that. Like, they said like 40 kilogram adjustable tension. Like, haha. But actually give us 4 rear buttons. Actually give us adjustable tension TMR sticks. You know, actually give us like a couple of the things you joked about. You know, you guys joked about this controller that doesn't exist having 4 rear buttons and then didn't give us 4 rear buttons on the G7 Pro. You know? Just a suggestion. I can't stand that shit. Claw is arthritis speedrun. Yeah, see, I'm not... And my hands are already, like... there's weird arthritis-y things already happening with my hands where I like put them in certain positions and do things with them subconsciously, and I don't like it. I don't like it. My hands, let's just say my hands are specifically not designed to do the job I chose. They're designed for something else. Can't even do computer work. Can't do fucking manly work. Fucking, I'm gonna get Arthur write this by the time I'm 40. Thoughts on the Nintendo Switch 2 Pro controller? How hard is it to find a good controller with the Switch button layout? Your recommendation? If you're looking for a Switch button layout, I think Switch 2 Pro controller is kind of expensive though, isn't it? Isn't it like $90? I haven't tried it yet, but okay, I'm gonna be frank with you guys. I was about to make a video on the Switch 2. I was close to it because the Switch 2 is a bunch of garbage. And then they said, "Oh yeah, our controller's $10 more," even though it's like the same controller. What is that about? What is that about? I don't get anything going on with Nintendo. I hate Nintendo so much. I hate the Switch. I hate the way they price Switch games. I hate their ecosystem. I hate the way they conduct themselves. I hate the way they treat their fans. And above all else, I hate that they think that they could rob the fuck out of the rest of the industry by like, oh yeah, our games are going to be $70, $80, $90. Fuck you. I'm not paying that shit. I'm a tech reviewer. Oh, fuck. Fucking someone tried to call me just now. Whoever the fuck tried to call me, fuck you. Fuck you. Seriously. Thoughts on that? Holy shit. Average Jack Media with the... Is that 20 Canadian? Holy shit, man. Thank you. Seriously, that's crazy. I appreciate the dono. Hey, Kuda, just wanted to say, glad you're uploading more frequently. You saved me a lot of nights at work listening to your you saved me a lot of nights at work listening to your humor style reviews. Thank you for not overly glazing and staying grounded. You get that play button. Thank you so much, man. Dude, seriously, you guys are fucking crazy. The support out here is insane. I cannot believe this. I don't know what I did to deserve such fucking audience like this. Yeah, I can't glaze, man. There's too much bullshit. The controllers are fucked up, bro. Controllers are a fucked up place. Like, and no one really talks about that. Like, again, I want to make a reliability video talking about overall controller reliability, but no one talks about how terrible so many aspects, even good controllers, have terrible aspects of them. About reliability, comfortability, the software sucks, the firmware is buggy, the anything and everything. There's always something. There's always something. If the Vader 5 Pro didn't have paddles that break and didn't have connection issues and didn't have fucking the occasional thumbstick firmware glitch, I think the Vader 5 Pro would be like the greatest controller ever. And it, in terms of its feature set, when it works right, it is like the greatest controller ever. But it's risky. It has a lot of consistent problems. Oh my god, my nose. So I can't, you know. Controllers are just so difficult to deal with. I'm excited. I have a racing wheel that was sent out. Not only do I have a racing wheel, I have what is seen by many as the best budget racing wheel. And I think I'm going to do it to do a cool thing. In fact, if you would like to see a preview of what I plan to do with the thumbnail and the idea behind the video about what it will be for the racing wheel here in mid-April, you can join the Patreon here in a couple of days. So keep an eye on that. So a Moza R5. You're fucking close. You're fucking close. Dude is... I mean, I suppose that one probably wasn't that difficult to guess, though. I swear to God, all the controller reviews I see from other channels on YouTube glaze the controller and its features and ignore the reliability part of the controller 8 to 12 months later and don't make a video. It's not that hard, man. If you want to do what I do, just go look at customer reviews. It's that easy. Go on Amazon. Go on Best Buy. Go on, fuck it, wherever they're selling, AliExpress, wherever they're selling them. Look at the reviews. And specifically try to find consistencies. If you feel like, oh, my paddle's broke. Oh, my paddle's broke. Oh, my paddle's broke. The paddles probably suck. Oh, my thumbstick cracked. Oh, my thumbstick died. Oh, my thumbstick fucking did this. The thumbsticks probably suck. And if it's not that if like you see like 4 reviews saying the same thing. No. Like if you see like dozens of reviews saying the same thing, and the fucking overall star rating of that device is like a 3.5, even a 4.0. 4.0 devices get a bunch of like mixed reviews. Like I've seen a bunch of 4.0 controllers on Amazon that are like terrible devices. Anything under 4 stars is like an absolute no-go. There is something severely wrong with it. I know Amazon reviews aren't going to be the most reliable in the world, but with controllers in particular, they seem to be relatively consistent with the rest of the internet, which gives me confidence in using them to be like, this controller's reliable, this controller's unreliable. You could just point an AI at the product and ask to summarize the reviews and tally a count of the positive, negative, and indifferent reviews. Boom, easy peasy. That is true. I could use AI to do something like that. That wouldn't be the most difficult thing in the world, but I don't trust it. I would see. This is the thing. I don't trust anything to look at my work or do my work for me. I trust nothing. I could hire someone to do a video edit or a script or something, and I would go through and change everything. I would waste my money because at my heart, I am an artist and I need to be able to adjust and tinker with everything. Anything that touches any of the things I'm making or any of the things I'm doing, I don't like it. So like with the reviews, I would have to go back through and look through all of them and make sure that it had gotten the cadence right and it had properly seen a review as negative or positive. Because a lot of people use words that the AI on Amazon will say, this is a negative review, but it's a 4-star review and it's overly positive. But it said something about stick drift. It said, I have no stick drift, but it's seen that it said stick drift and it categorized it as a negative review. And then says, when you go to see, be like, show me negative reviews on Amazon, it'll show you reviews that are actually positive. So yeah, using AI for shit is gay. It's gay. Yep. Cancel me. Hex Gaming working on a TMR Phantom. I believe it. I would believe it. I'd be really excited to look at it. I would think I'm going to do a whole video on the Phantom. I still want to. I don't know. I've been really picky choosy recently because I've been trying to like bundle controllers into videos a little bit more because I'm tired of fucking doing a million individual reviews, even though I know they're really useful. But I have a lot of reviews to get through, man. I have the Apex 4 or the Apex 5, the Vader 5. I still have to do the Cyclone 2. The Tarantula Pro is terrible. I don't know if I'm going to do that, but people want me to. I still get comments about the Tarantula Pro. Although I don't know if I'm going to do the Tarantula Pro because it's very old at this point. The Raiju V3 Pro, I still got to do that. I have to recover the DualSense Edge. I have to make a video. I don't know if I'm going to do the Elite Series 2 or the Elite Series 2 Core because the review on the GameSir G7 Pro Zenless Zone Zero kind of did that for me. And it would just be another rehash of that. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do. How would you make the perfect controller? I just wouldn't make one. A perfect controller, in my opinion, would have functioning hardware. Like, I don't know. Like, that's really it. A controller that has a couple of, like, 4 rear buttons, adjustable clicky triggers, good TMR sticks, that have good springs in them that don't lose tension over time. An actual good wireless connection that's not littered with a bunch of useless data, so it can actually be fast. No rumble motors. No immersion. No immersion bullshit. None of that. And I don't know. The problem with making a controller, I've thought about it a million times. The problem with making a controller isn't making a controller. The problem is finding the hardware. So, hey, fucking graphics worked again. Hell yeah. The problem with finding or making a controller is finding hardware that would work, that's like reliable. There is no reliable hardware to use for these controllers. The clicky switches don't work. The membrane switches don't work. The optical switches might work. G7 Pro has been looking good with its optical switches. I haven't really seen anything about those. So, maybe optical? But then you'd have to put optical switches everywhere and make it quite an expensive device. So, if you want a reliable, like if you want a, like my ultimate device would be something that's built well, but it would likely end up being something that's extremely expensive and experimental. Because I think that's the only way to make something that is viable in all categories. Pro features, reliability, speed. I think you really need to be experimental to be able to build something that even fills a couple of those criteria. You know, take, for example, the G7 Pro 8K. I mean, no other... Well, it's based on an Xbox controller that has TMR sticks, which is a first. It's based on an Xbox controller that has optical switches, which is a first. It has an 8K polling rate, so making, you know, which then makes it for PC. But that's a very rare thing, and you have to do those types of things in order to make it somewhere in the controller world. That's why Gamester is doing so well right now, because they're the only ones who are really doing shit like that. Alrighty. Tarantula has a ton of latency, though. Yeah, it is a little slow. It is a little slow compared to the other controllers that they offer. Huh? Oh. Yeah, I got confused. When will we see Wooting style tech in controllers like Logitech mouse and Wooting keyboards? Probably sometime soon. I wouldn't doubt it. Companies, especially like Chinese companies, have found affordable ways to experiment with controller hardware that allows them to do crazy things like TMR and optical switches, or TMR sensors and optical switches and fun stuff. Then you got people like Marius Hire out here doing crazy shit. So, honestly, I wouldn't doubt something like that within the next year or two. Even if someone makes it on their own. Like that one guy, like Tech Yesterday, how he made the mouse controller and shit. Yeah, we need more people like that. We definitely need more people like that. Will you ever review the Pro BFG by Victrix PDP? Yes. I have one on my wall right now. I apologize for not reviewing that already, but Victrix has a really shit reputation nowadays. Like, they made a swappable module, 2 swappable module controllers. And I just couldn't. Oh, I could not. Swappable module. They made 4. They made the BFGs for PS5 and Xbox. And they made the BFG Reloaded for PS5 and Xbox. And the controllers... I wrote 5,000+ words about the Victrix Pro BFG. It was the worst experience I'd ever had with the controller ever. Ever. The controller launched, and it took 4 months. 4 months for the software to be available. When the software launched, it was not usable on PC. Why? Because if you had Steam installed, there were programs or codecs or some stupid shit that was involved that said, "Oh, you can't use the PDP software." They sold a swappable module controller for a year without selling swappable modules for it. They then offer swappable modules. The swappable modules are also not reliable, just like the controllers turned out to be unreliable. They are terrible. The Victrix Pro BFG controllers, they piss me off on a different level because reviewers, like, this is one thing I will say, a lot of reviewers looked positively at the BFG controllers. Those are not good controllers. Do not buy them. Do not buy them. I can't believe how many people positively reviewed that shit. Dude, that shit, ooh, it rubbed me the wrong fucking way. People are like, oh, it's so good, and it's so interesting. It's just interesting for a YouTube short. The BFG controllers are shit. We still beefing with any reviewers? No. 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 Well, no. But I will say this publicly. I know all of them. There are people who I have kept an eye on since their first fucking review. I know everybody in this community. Everybody. But I don't talk to them, any of them personally. I just keep an eye on them. From distance. But you got to. If you're going to be doing YouTube, you got to be able to keep an eye on what people are doing and how the market's moving in order to be able to adjust to it. Or just go the polar opposite direction of it and try to fucking do some crazy shit, you know? But no beefs. I don't hate nobody. I've been getting healthier, actually. That's why you guys have been seeing videos. As I've been focusing on myself. Fuck everybody else. Been focusing on myself. Been getting a lot better mentally. Finally putting this channel together. So hopefully one day I can actually fucking have a full-time career off of doing this shit. Because I love doing YouTube. Love doing YouTube. ROG Valkyrie 2 any good? And where the daily gaming streams? There will be gaming streams in the future. There will be. ROG Valkyrie 2, I don't own one. I hear a lot of people talk about it, which is weird. I don't know why people are losing their mind over the ROG Valkyrie 2. Isn't it just like a $200 ROG controller? Like, the thing is I like that people lose their mind over ROG devices all the time. They did it with the ROG phone. I remember years and years ago. I don't get it. I thought people, like, from my perspective, I thought people were tired of paying $200 for controllers. Like, I don't know. Am I stupid? Anyone who owns one in the comments or in the chat, let me know. What's so good about the ROG Valkyrie 2? Because someone else is asking about it. Yo, Capone, how you doing, man? How are you doing? It has been a minute. You've continued to support the channel, too, all these years. I appreciate you, brother. Is the Raiju V3 Pro good if it's wired? Not on PlayStation. On PlayStation, it's bad wired and wireless. But on PC, it's good wired and wireless. On PC, it's fine. But $220 is really expensive for a controller on PC. I mean, why wouldn't you just buy the Vader 5 Pro? I mean, it's $80. It has more features. I mean, you know. If you're going to buy a controller that's going to be risky on PC, might as well buy the Vader 5 Pro. At least in my opinion. All I could say is ROG Ally sticks are ass. Oh, damn. I like Asus, but the ROG brand for it always kind of felt a bit silly. Their Zen phones are solid. Wish they dropped the gaming phones for decent phone specs again. Huh. It's 1,000 hertz polling rate and has paddles. Alright, so there's not many people who seem to own or have deep dived into the Raikiri here. That's okay. I shall do it myself. If heaven ain't a lot like Dixie. What in the hell is that even? That is some southern shit. That reminds me of that Family Guy episode. Fucking To Live and Die in Dixie. What happened to Family Guy, guys? What happened to everything? By the way, I haven't talked to you guys live in so long that the world has completely changed. The last time I was live, AI didn't fucking exist. No one gave a fuck about Sam Altman. No one knew what Anthropic was. Now here we are. The world is ending. The world is ending. The memory is all eaten by AI. Why is all of the memory eaten by AI? AI's eating all the memory. The politicians are eating babies all of a sudden. Everyone's eating something. The world's being consumed every day. I don't know about Family Guy, but I'm trying to rewatch Ted and their new series and start the Orville show. Oh yeah, I forgot about the Orville. That's like Seth MacFarlane's dream. Dipsetney with the $5. Dipset NY 9291. I'm gonna call you Dip. Dip with the $5 donation. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Yo, your videos always make me laugh. Nothing wrong with focusing on yourself. Keep the videos coming and rolling. Always. Thank you for the $5, man. I appreciate you. Appreciate the support. Still ain't talking to me, I guess. What did you mean? 8-bit Pro 2 wired controller for Xbox. If you're asking how good it is, I don't know. Actually, no, wait. No, I have one of those, don't I? No, I have the wireless. 8-bit has good controllers for good prices, but they feel really uncomfortable in my hands. So that's where I'll leave that. Orville is goated. My mom watches the Orville. I might have to give it a shot. I like Seth MacFarlane shit. I loved old Family Guy. I can't stand new Family Guy, but he doesn't do new Family Guy. That's not his thing anymore. Bro, where would you put the Vaderfry Pro if there were no reliability issues? I would title that video the greatest controller of all time if it had no reliability issues. That's what I would that's where I'd put it. It'd put it at #1. But the paddles break. And it has some other issues. So, you know. What games do you play? I've been playing a lot of Homestead Minecraft when I'm not dying in it. It's fun. I was thinking about doing a Minecraft series on the channel. I think that would be fun. I also think it would be different because I'm not very, like, Minecraft YouTubers are always very, like, very family friendly. And I'm like, you know? So I think it'd be interesting if I did a Minecraft thing. What else have I been playing? Since I have a racing wheel video coming up, I've been playing BeamNG. I've been playing GTA Online again, weirdly. Don't know why. Oh yeah, I was playing GTA Online with one of my boys when he came over, and decided to run some while he was here. That was fun. So I've been playing a little bit of that. You play Xbox or PC? I play Xbox, PC, and PS5. Occasionally, when I get my hands on a Switch, I will play a Switch. But I don't have a Switch because I'm not buying a Switch. I will not pay for a Nintendo product. Hello, have you tried the PXN P5 8K? Yes. Yes, I have. What a cheap feeling controller. Really unfortunate. Because on paper it has some really cool specs. But it has analog trigger stops. What? What? Analog trigger stops. Ew. They feel like the Elite Series 1. Ew. Ew. Also, the controller overall just feels really cheap. Your opinion on the best PS5 controller with paddles? With paddles is interesting. Because with paddles, I think since Hyper has gotten their shipping issues under controller, I think the best feeling paddles are Hyper's signature paddles. I think the most useful paddles are AIM, because you could remove individual paddles and you could remap all of those as well. So I think AIM and Hyper would be good for paddles. The only option for paddles is going to be custom controllers for PS5. So have fun. Switch is only worth it used in my opinion, and the Xbox is definitely better as a portable console. It's so powerful and compact that you can use them at hotels and stuff. Yeah, the Xbox is, I wouldn't call it necessarily compact. I mean, it's more compact than my PC. It's compact enough. It's compact enough to fit in a backpack, a big backpack. But for portable gaming, yeah, a used Switch or would be nice, or a Steam Deck. Ooh, Steam Deck would be sex. Because I could stream games from my PC to my Steam Deck. So I could use my PC's horsepower to run games at a higher quality. Ooh. See, now that would be a sick set of videos too. To have a Steam Deck. Ooh, I could do some cool shit with that. What are your thoughts about the upcoming games for Tarantula series? And what are your thoughts on the upcoming Tarantula series? Why is everyone typing in the chat like I think and speak in real life? You guys are like... I'm very excited. I told GameSir, specifically, they have a G7 Pro Ultimate or something coming out, and a Tarantula Pro 2 or something like that. I told them to send me those as soon as possible. After I got my last video out. I was like, yo, send that shit. And I think we're solid on that. I think I'll get those, but I don't know when they're coming out. So if you're asking anything about that or about how they are, I don't know, because I don't have one, and they won't be out until later this year or next year. So do you have opinions on the Xbox Helix versus PS6? I think the Xbox Helix is going to be interesting. I think Xbox has a chance to pull some leverage back from PlayStation. But it's going to be $1,000. I hope you guys understand that. Like, the new Xbox is going to be $1,000. They're going to say it's a PC. They're going to say it has graphics. They're going to say it has VRAM in it, and they're going to price it at $1,000. That's exactly what's going to happen. I hope everyone understands that. But I think they're going to be. I think the new Xbox, next generation Xbox, is going to be awesome. I also pray to God that GTA 6 runs well on the currently available consoles, and I really hope that when the new consoles come out, that game looks even better. I am so fucking excited for GTA 6. You guys have no idea. On the level of a 5080 allegedly. See, that sounds outrageous right now, but by the time that console comes out, they'll have the 6080s and 6090s, which they probably won't call that because of AMD. I hope they do, though, because I think it would be funny. But a 5080, I mean, but that, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how. I can't wait to drive on the sidewalk. Chronic. No. Like, no. Do you live in California? Chronic over here saying he's going to drive on the sidewalk. Hell no. You must live in California where anything goes and everything goes. What do you think about Thrustmaster controllers? Just a gimmick, being able to swap 6 modules around. Thrustmaster controllers are... I feel like such a broken fucking record. Thrustmaster controllers, I used to love them back in the day. I haven't reviewed them in a long time, but I have kept an eye on them. And they are highly... They have the least reliable sticks ever. Like, I've said some shit about some really unreliable controllers today. In terms of thumbstick reliability, Thrustmaster, dead last. Dead last. I have never seen so many people be like, I've bought 6 replacements for my thumbsticks. I've bought 8 replacements for my thumbsticks. Dude, I've seen people have to replace the D-pad on those swappable module controllers. Fuck that shit. The Thrustmaster controllers they're not gimmicky. The features work, but they're garbage. More like Thrust Amateur, exactly. See? Chronic gets it. He definitely gets it. That's Florida, not Cali. Oh, shit. Whoops. Because Florida is sick. I love Florida. California? All my homies hate California. If you're from California, you're probably not that bad. But your fucking state and like half the people in it are dog shit. Alright? Alright? Can't stand California. You see, they were thinking about... What were they trying to do a while ago? They were like trying to make it so that their vehicle laws apply to like 15 other states. Fuck you. Like, what? I live in it and I fucking hate it. What about Ohio? Swag like Ohio, down in Ohio. You guys have Cedar Point. You guys actually have Cedar Point. I go to Cedar Point as often as I possibly can. I love Ohio because I love Cedar Point. However, have any of you ever driven through Ohio? You will be arrested. Or at least pulled over. So don't take anything into Ohio. No guns, no weed, no liquor, no nothing. Don't take anything into Ohio because you will get pulled over and you will go to jail. San Jose here, unfortunately. San Jose at least sounds interesting. I live on a nice street. That's how far that goes. I live on a nice street. But the rest of this city, real fucking something to write home about. Watching this in Warren, Michigan? Texas is sick. You guys have awesome gun laws and vehicle laws down there. So, plus, man, Texas has some of the most beautiful women I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, ever seen in my entire life. I don't know what it is. It must be the dry-ass air and the giant tarantulas. Because I would never go to Texas. Nah, I'm the real fuck tarantulas. I will never go somewhere where there's tarantulas. Jokes aside, love my city. It's just expensive. Well, that's good. It's good that you love your city. It's fine though, man. Everywhere is expensive nowadays. You think that everything is expensive until you start looking at some of these other places. I fucking thought like $4 a gallon was crazy until I started seeing people who were at the time paying $7 a gallon of gas. As if it's the 1970s and we're in the fucking oil crisis or something. Like, no. You'll never be bored here in Chicago. Ooh! Oh, you'll never be bored over there in Chicago. You know what's so crazy to me is, like, looking at the Dark Knight, Chicago looks like it used to be a nice city. It kind of reminds me of my hometown, where, like, if you look at it and you look at, like, the downtown area and the business sectors that are, like, older, you'll see that, like, this used to be something. Like, this, no, hold on. Like, this used to be something. Now it's not. I'm not saying that Chicago ain't shit. You guys are a whole hell of a lot more than what my city is right now. But, yeah. $7 for gas is domestic terrorism. Dude, I swear. I swear. Can you imagine paying $7 for a single gallon of gasoline? I know people over... The thing is, though, is that, like, we complain over here in the States. Over there on the other side of the pond, don't they pay per liter for a gallon of gasoline? Or see, I'm live. I can't edit this shit out. They pay per liter of gasoline, which is like ridiculous. They were paying $5 for a fucking gallon of gasoline back in 2006. Canadians pay per liter. Oh, you guys get raped. I was going to say fucked, but that didn't seem appropriate enough. No, you guys get raped. Per liter for a gallon. Noted. Don't talk about my... When a gallon of milk is cheaper than a gallon of gas? Yo! Yeah. Yeah. It's fucking crazy. You want to know what's even crazier, though? Is that gas and milk in my area are going up at the same rate. So it's like if gas is $4 or $5, if gas is approaching $5, milk's gonna be approaching $5. I don't know what the fuck that shit's about. Bro's getting demonetized. Oh, for sure. Oh, for sure. The thing is that, like, YouTubers don't understand. If you just build a channel with a couple of things in mind, like the type of attitude you're going to have, the type of words you're going to say, if you build a channel with all of that stuff in mind, you can cuss and make money. I cuss and make money. I'm smaller, though. So when I get bigger, I can't say cunt. I can't say twat. I can't say fag. I can't say extreme things because they will get me lit fast. But when I'm smaller, I'm allowed to. And there are certain big channels who are allowed to do crazy things, like nigga and shit. Like, I don't understand, like, the generosity. I don't understand how he's still around. Like, the fact that he makes money doing what he does proves to me the algorithm responds to you the same way you respond to it. If you censor yourself, the algorithm in the future will censor you when it sees you cussing. But if you don't censor yourself, it seems like the algorithm doesn't really care. But you have to start your channel like that. If you start a channel censoring yourself, then start cussing, the algorithm then seems to want you again. I don't know. It's really weird. See, this is how I spend my day. Like, I saw something earlier about, like, what do I do outside of YouTube? Nothing. This is what I do outside of YouTube. I think about YouTube. Doesn't YouTube have some stupid rule where you say fuck 20 times in the first 6 minutes or something, you get demonetized? Yes. That gives you... So people forever... Almost 100k subs, I wouldn't call that small. Yeah, I'm small compared to other people who are like... What I mean is, like, I'm small on the grand scheme of... YouTube's fucking me with monetization. When that shit starts to happen, you're usually a lot bigger. Like 1 million subs. YouTube doesn't want me to say this. YouTube censoring me that. Usually you're a lot bigger. So I consider myself smaller because the algorithm doesn't recognize me enough to be able to ding me yet. Anyways, yes. YouTube does have a rule where you can't say enough, or you can't say too many curse words in the first few minutes. It's not within the first 6 minutes. I think realistically it's within the first 3, because I have experimented around with this one. I can't say more than about 3 fucks in the first minute, and I can't say more than like 5, maybe around 5 or 6 fucks in the first 3 minutes. Also, I haven't done too much experimenting with it because I don't want to. But cunt is not nearly as bad. I thought cunt was going to be the N-word. I could just say that. Like, and it's fine. I don't know why. YouTube makes no sense. But you just got to build your channel that way. Like I said, if you build your channel with that in mind, the algorithm will, for whatever reason, be very forgiving towards you, even when you get bigger. You had it right. You can't say enough curse words, throwing fucks like ninja stars. Hell yeah. Hell fucking yeah, brother. For anyone asking about TMR versus Hall effect, always go TMR, longer battery. Well, yeah. Well, not always. It depends. TMR versus Hall effects is... It's usually straightforward, but sometimes it depends on the type of TMR and Hall effect sticks that you're comparing. Like, for instance, a lot of people like the TMR sticks and the Raiju. I personally cannot stand the TMR sticks and the Raiju. I would rather have the Hall effect sticks and the Vader 5 Pro. Did I miss your life story? No, so I was born in 2003. And ever since then, I have been dicking around making things. And that is my life story. And I have been doing it all alone. There have been no other characters in the story aside from me. Fucking with you. Are you a Fed or a noticer? There's a man by the name of... What was his name? Terrence Yakey. He saved people's lives in the Oklahoma City bombing. He saved 4 people's lives. He said he saw some very weird things inside the Oklahoma City bombing. Potentially unexploded bombs inside the building. Particular under the daycare center. Terrence Yakey reportedly was followed around until he mysteriously shot himself in the back of the head, in the middle of a field, 4 miles away from his car, which was covered in blood, 5 miles away from his house. So he would have had to have cut himself up, beat himself nearly to death inside of his car, get out of his car, walk 5 miles, shoot himself in the back of the head, and then throw the gun somewhere where the police couldn't have found it because they didn't find a gun. Am I a Fed or a noticer? Bitch, what the fuck do you think? We always remember Terrence Yakey on this channel. We always remember Terrence Yakey. He's a hero. There are a lot of people out there who died just like that. Oh, I saw some things. I don't know. It looked like the government. I saw a guy with an FBI shirt on. Bam. Fuck you think this is? We're in America. Too young to see the towers fall. I told my mom about this a while ago. I'm fairly certain. Because when I was a kid, I always had these images. God, my lip is busted. I always had these... Oh, shit. Accio Spider TTS with the $5. Damn, I wanted to gift you a random membership. Get your followers up, gang. Thank you, man. I really appreciate you for the $5. Bottom of my heart, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. You guys are awesome. Yeah, I was too young to see the towers fall. I was saying something, I don't remember. But yeah... Too young to see the towers fall. That shit was weird. That shit was real weird. It's like... I'm no structural engineer. But I'm pretty sure those... I'm pretty sure you can't Imagine throwing a pencil through like a pillow. Or like not a pillow. My Xbox here. Like imagine this cup. Throw a pencil through the cup, right? Do you think the cup would fall down? And that's not a quote from me. That's a quote from one of the guys who I believe worked in the World Trade Center and was interviewed back in the late 90s, just before the event. Lego mic, huge W. Dude, love a Lego mic. I got my fucking Rode Wireless Go in here. It's fucking awesome. Thank you so much. I was watching you since 2020, I think, maybe 2019. Dude, that's a long ass time. I've been at this shit for a minute, and I appreciate every single one of you guys. An ad cut in right as you started talking about this Terrence dude. What? Are you serious? I should have turned that off. I should have turned that off. Why didn't I turn that off? Yo, Kuda, are you gay? No. I'm not gay. Why would anyone... Anyways, so... What... Okay, so if you fucking got an ad with the Terrence... real quick summary. Terrence Yankee was a hero who saved people in the Oklahoma City bombing, saw some stuff, reported about it, was going to tell everyone about it, and then mysteriously shot himself in the back of the head. That's who Terrence was. So if you needed to catch up, there you go. So he is gay. I'm not gay. Why do people keep... This is something that I've had my whole fucking life. People have always been like, are you gay? What the fuck makes you think I'm gay? Is it because I dress nice? Is it because I do my hair? I don't get it. Is it the facial hair? Is it the soul patch? Because soul patches are kind of gay. I get that. But I don't think I'm coming off that way. The hair, it's the mustache. I see? It's the soul patch. It's the fucking soul patch paired with the luscious hair and the sick jacket. People are always just gotta be like, you're gay. People did the same thing to Playboy Cardi when he first fucking got big. They were like, you're gay because you look better than me. Fucking with you guys. This chat, good lord. Yeah, I know. I don't fucking know. It's like a Twitch chat. I wanted to stream on YouTube just to stay away from the Twitch bullshit, and here we are. Might be a soul patch, but some people call that a flavor saver. Yeah, that's an accurate description, I suppose. What do you think about TMR modules for the DualSense Edge? As long as they're good, I think it'd be awesome. Depends on how good the modules are. It depends on how good the resolution is. If the tremor is going to be similar, it matters if the bit depth is going to be similar or the bit depth is going to be lower. It depends. To the guy who asked, oh yeah. You're like the Ryan Reynolds of reviewers in my opinion. It's just like your face overall. Like I'm straight with a girlfriend, but goddamn, bro. The Ryan Reynolds of reviews. Thank you. I guess it's just the price of being a good-looking man. Is everyone is going to think, why are you... Yo! We had 2 donations back to back. What the fuck? We got Dragon 25K with the $10. I just wanted to let you know I appreciate all the content you make. I know you've been through the ringer quite a few times, but I wish you the best and to keep thriving in everything you do. Thank you so much. You are awesome, Dragon. Seriously, I appreciate you. Thank you for the $10. And I will continue to thrive. And then we got Smeggy DXD with the $10. The Stick Goat is back, y'all. 2019 game, where y'all at? Hell yeah, man. You've been here for 7 years. I appreciate it, man. Thank you. You guys are going crazy out there. I fucking love you guys. Did you like the Street Fighter movie trailer? There's a Street Fighter movie trailer? That sounds awesome. I'm going to go check that out after I'm done with this stream. That sounds like something I'd go see with my friends. Flash Jacket hasn't made an appearance in some time. It's back there. The Flash Jacket, you can see right here. You see that dark spot? That is the faux leather being torn slowly. And it's like wearing off. So anytime something touches the jacket, the leather on top of the fabric literally rubs off now. It's not even like it's not even funny. It's just dying. I have to put it in a case. What I would like to do is when I get my own place, I want to get a glass case with LEDs and put that jacket in there. I think it'd be funny as hell. Fuck you mean it's been 7 years? It's since 2019. It's 2026. Isn't it? Thoughts on the Backrooms trailer? Yo, there's a bunch of trailers coming out I had no idea about. No idea about. If using a G7 Pro wire, does it matter if the switch on the back is in Bluetooth or 2.4 gigahertz wireless? Just trying to make sure I'm getting the benefits of being wired. No, it does not matter what setting you have it on. I always have it on 2.4 because whenever I'm not using it wired, I'm using it in 2.4. So, as long as you don't have it off, you're fine. What's weird though is my Razer keyboard has one of those like off buttons where it doesn't turn off. Like I can plug it in and it still works. Z Zaj with the $5. Thank you again, or thank you for the dono. Glad you started posting again. You hadn't posted for a while because of that. I settled on the Pro BFG. Well, I hope you enjoy it, man. I really do. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you guys for the donos, the support. Review the G7 Pro 8K. People keep saying something about the G7 Pro 8K. I will get to the G7 Pro 8K in May when GameSir plans to send it out. May's a bit far away. I'm going to hit them up. If people are already getting their controllers today, I'm going to... Fine. I'll email GameSir today. I'll email them today. And be like, yo, can we get this G7 Pro 8K in this month? So I can get that review in this month for you guys, alright? Come the fuck down. People are not even going to be able to run the 8K. It's going to take up so much CPU. Well, I've seen people test it at 8K or at 8,000 hertz, and it looks like it fully saturated the sensors, so I don't know. I'd have to look more into it. You ever do keyboard and mouse in some games? Minecraft. I can't play Minecraft on a controller. You can't play Minecraft on a controller. That's blasphemous. Need a mouse and keyboard. Thoughts on PowerA controllers? They haven't changed. They haven't changed in ever. PowerA controllers have been the same since like 2017. I'm not fucking with it. I'm not vibing with it at all. They have TMR or Hall effect sticks now. They got 4 rear buttons and they're cheap. But the thing is that the controllers feel so garbage. And they have Xbox controllers. But the problem is Xbox controllers are now like dominated by like GameSir and shit. So, I mean, PowerA does offer 4 rear buttons, unlike GameSir. And they do offer a wireless Xbox controller, but it's hideous. It's also like $100. So it's not like the worst thing in the world. But PowerA is real middle of the road. I'll say that. They have some interesting features, like I said, 4 rear buttons for Xbox wireless. If you want that, there's the Fortnite wireless controller that they made. Yeah. Favorite game of all time? I don't know. I love Ghost of Tsushima so much. I love Ghost of Tsushima so much. It looks so good, and it's so immersive, and it's so nice. I love it so much. I love it so much. But I don't know. I really like GTA 4. I'm such a nerd for GTA 4. It's such a good game. It's so detailed. It's way more detailed than GTA 5 as like a game. Like, you could pick up trash and throw it at people in GTA 4. Like, the fuck? That shit's awesome. You could fight, and it's like dynamic in GTA 4. It's so cool. Oh, it's so cool. Crimson Desert. I was interested in playing it, and then I watched Jeb's video on it, and I realized it's probably going to be too complicated for me. But it looks interesting. It looks... The thing is, though, is like, everyone's saying the same thing about Crimson Desert. They're like, oh, it's 1,000 miles wide, but only an inch deep, and it's like, I've already paid $70 for a lot of games that do that. I'm not trying to do that again. So I probably won't end up buying it. We'll probably end up buying Ghost of Yote, though. Even though that came out in, like, October. But I still need to get it. Hyped or concerned for GTA 6? Both. You want to know my biggest concern for GTA 6 is? The Xbox Series S. There is no fucking way the Xbox Series S runs GTA 6. No way. I refuse to believe it. Did you guys know? I bet a lot of you didn't. Did you guys know? The Xbox One X is more powerful than the Xbox Series S. Deadass. The Xbox One X is slightly more powerful than the Series S. It is... I cannot fucking believe how underpowered the Xbox Series S is. Xbox, until the PS5 Pro came out, Xbox made the most powerful and the weakest new generation console. I am very concerned about the performance of GTA 6. Xbox Series S finna explode, yes. Playing Crimson Desert right now. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. I think I'm gonna hop on something after this stream, because I've been doing nothing but going the past couple of days. I got that video up and everything. I'm real happy about that. I'm real happy about that. I've been very happy I've been on top of it. You play any FPS games? Sometimes. I'm more about, I don't know, I like third-person shooters. I really like third-person shooters. First-person shooters are fun, but they're, if I'm going to do a first-person shooter, I'm going to do a slower-paced first-person shooter. The One X can do 120 FPS? I mean, I wouldn't say that, because it's not actually able to do that. But if it was allowed to, maybe. Because, like, the Xbox One X was compared to the Xbox Series S, it's better. It's better. I don't know why they made the Xbox Series or the Xbox One X so good. Like, they made the Xbox One, then they made the One S, and then they made the One X. The One X is better than the Series S. You made a Series S before the Series S. That's how good the One X was. And all of that for what? To say that you made the most powerful console in the world? Did that sell any more of them? I'm the only person who fucking bought one. I was the only person I knew who had one. And then we get fucking the Xboxes, and they're like, oh, we have the most powerful console in the world. And then fucking the Series S comes out, and it's like, oh, yeah, also, here you go. The weakest console I've ever seen. I cannot wait to see GTA 6 on the Xbox Series S. My friend has a Series S. I'm gonna have to help him get a Series X before this fucking game comes out, because it's not gonna be playable on the Series S. I had to return my Vader Fires because I couldn't get it to work on Linux. I ended up getting a Cyclone 2, which I didn't like the feel of. That's interesting. I don't know what controllers do and do not work on Linux. But I know Linux doesn't like a lot of stuff. So that's rather interesting. Love the stream, Kuda. Keep up the good work, my guy. I appreciate it. I shall. I have a lot of fucking content planned for this month. Like, we have a wheel. I would like to get to the Apex the Apex 5 and the Vader 5 this month. If GameSir will send me the 8K, I'd love to do the 8K. There's a couple of things. GameSir I'm going to call it the GameSir Tangerine Light. The GameSir Tangerine Light, thoughts on this considering its low price? I think it's an interesting device. I've heard a lot of people ask me about it since it's $20. If you're looking, if you're just looking for a controller, like, there you go. I would trust, if I was going to have any company make me just a controller that just works and is basic, like really basic, I'd probably trust GameSir to do it. Plus, isn't it it's in the symmetrical layout with like the Tarantula Pro. So I think that's interesting. Yeah. Any thoughts on Asus controllers? Talked about it earlier, but not really right now because I haven't had one, so I can't really give any input. Hey Kuda, love your vids. Wanted to ask you your opinion. Which PS5 controller should I get? Hex Phantom or Hyper Tournament? Play Siege in the finals. The Hyper. I don't know. No, I think I'm confident in saying the Hex Phantom. Like I said, man, that's a tough one. I'm having a thought about that one, but yeah, the finals is also super underrated. I've played the finals. It pissed me off so much. I can't play it anymore because it's gotten too sweaty. But I really loved the finals for like a couple of fucking weeks. It was great. But I would say between the Hex Phantom and the Hyper Tournament, they're both very similar and very similarly priced. I would say the Hex Phantom, because the Hyper Tournament's not going to have adjustable clicky triggers. The adjustable clicky triggers on the Hex Phantom will allow you to play like driving games. But if you're not going to play any driving games or anything like that, then you could pay less for the Hyper Tournament, which I think is $210, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm going to say the Hex Phantom, because that is my number one PS5 controller right now. It's got adjustable clicky triggers. It's got 4 rear buttons. It's got a stick drift fix. It's got swappable sticks. It's a very interesting device. Wait, do you got a Battle Beaver? Nah, I don't have a Battle Beaver right now. It's too expensive. Too expensive. Maybe when I launch the Patreon, I'll get a Battle Beaver. That would be an interesting review. Or it would be an interesting set of videos, because I wouldn't just be reviewing it. I would also be comparing it to other devices, doing teardowns, doing hardware comparisons, all that. Got the Golokit TT Max, and it has stick drift from the TMR sticks. First time I've ever seen that. Damn. I've heard some great things about the TT Max from a lot of people, man. That's really unfortunate. Drift on TMR sticks. That's really unfortunate, man. Sorry about that. By the way, hi from Turkey, Kuda. Just wanted to say you do great work, and I usually wait for your review considering a new controller. Thank you. You guys don't got to do that. You guys, I understand that you guys want you guys want the reviews. You don't got to do that. I hope to supply you guys with enough information in my reviews that you could start to see how I review stuff and hopefully make decisions on your own when I haven't gotten to something or when I haven't reviewed something. That's the goal. If my memory serves me right, the GTA 6 leaked video showed the game running on a GTX 1060 3GB, so the game could be scalable in terms of performance. That's fucking sick. A 1063 gig? What? Oh, this game's gonna be perfect. And it looks so fucking good from the trailers, dude. I'm just... Oh. This Rage engine better be bitchin'. I think Rockstar's on what? The Rage 9? You better fucking kill it with this game. Rockstar, if GTA 6 is anything less than perfect, you have failed. Just letting you know. Anything less than perfect. Anything less than perfect. I think my unit is just effective. It shouldn't really be possible with TMRs. Yeah, but TMR sticks still have springs and stuff, and they still recenter. So there's always a possibility for shit like that to happen. Always. It's going to be, you know, it's just how it is. Even with TMR sticks. Razer in general is just... Oh, wait. I was replying to this, I think. Do you hate the Razer Wolverine V3 for Xbox? For me, it is underrated champ of Xbox, considering you don't even need a PC to customize and update the controller dongle right from the console. No. That is huge. That is a big thing. Not having to update the device from the PC is, like, huge. But I don't hate the Wolverine V3 for Xbox. I just think it's not a very dependable device, unfortunately. And this guy, replied and said something similar. Razer in general is just not good reliability. It's really bad. They consistently improve over each controller hit. Feels. I can't read that comment. Holy shit. I can't read that. There's some of these replies I can't read. The worst controller you have ever tested. The Victrix Pro BFG PS5. Worst controller. $200. Cheap, chintzy garbage feel. Software didn't come out for 4 months. Controller just sucked. Reliability is ass. Ass. Bad. Worst controller. Sucks. Although, nope. That's gonna, yep. There we go. I never had an issue with the Razer controller, and I had the V2 as well. Except when my ex threw the thing. Had her mom buy me a new one. Well, that's a funny story. Yeah, some people have never had issues with any controllers ever. Very fortunate. It's just, a lot of it... I truly, from the bottom of my heart, believe those situations come down to A, play style, and B, how often the controller gets used. Because if you're a rough play... Like, if you are a aggressive play style player, you're likely to wear out a controller a lot faster. Because you are beating the fuck out of it when you play with it. Also, how consistent you use controllers. I would go through controllers a lot more consistently when I only had 1 or 2. But now that I have a million, I very rarely ever have issues. The only issues I ever have are when a controller sits for 6 months and gets dusty, and then I try to use it and all of a sudden it has stick drift, like my Elite Series 2 core, which was sitting forever and now has like the worst stick drift ever. Not like the worst stick drift ever, but it's really annoying. The recentering is so terrible on the Elite Series 2 core. Will there be a video recap on the questions asked? Just joined and don't want to ask questions that have already been answered already. I might do something like that. I was thinking about doing something like that. Let me know if you guys would like a recap video of this shit. I mean, I suppose it wouldn't really apply to the people who are here live. It would apply to everyone who wasn't. But, yeah. Maybe. And feel free to ask whatever questions you want, Eclipse. I don't mind. I've answered a bunch of different questions a bunch of different times. I answered a question about a conspiracy theory twice, so. I started babying my stuff, but I do use the controller every day for at least 5-ish hours. I will say the Elite controller for Xbox and all the comments of it being terrible or valid broke in 6 months. Mine also broke in 6 months twice. And you want to know what happened? Oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Elite Series 2 core. The Elite Series 2 core has every problem now that my previous 2 Elite Series 2 controllers and my Elite Series 1 had. Bumper double clicking, ABXY double clicking, specifically the A button, stick drift. Very consistent problems with that controller. Any chance that you know what the difference between the Gen 1 TMR and Gen 2 TMR sticks? Also, how does TMR work? Gen 1 and Gen 2 TMR, I don't quite know if I've heard of Gen 1 and Gen 2. I've heard of, I know there are different types of TMR sensors and different types of Hall effect sensors. But I've never heard of, generations. Also, how does TMR work? I have a whole video on how TMR and Hall effect work. It's just magnets. Instead of using physical contact to send signals from a sensor, it's magnets. That's the simplest way I can... But I have a whole video on that, so you can check that out. You're going to review the Mesh Knight F1. That's one of the most interesting controllers I don't have. Seriously, I'm very interested in the Mesh Knight F1. I really want it. I think I'm going to get myself one of those too here sometime soon. That one's not too bad. You see, it's I have to really think about how much these things cost. Because I use what I make from YouTube to buy more controllers and more hardware. And so like I said, Battle Beaver, I've really wanted to do a Battle Beaver forever. But I've never been able to justify spending $400 on a single controller when I could, at any given time, even right now, I could spend $400 on 6 different things that would get me way more value than that one controller. So I weigh things out, and then I figure out, well, it's not really worth it to go for the Battle Beaver. Get me. Master Knight F1 though, $115. That bitch is sick. Dude, I can't read some of these fucking... the live chat fucking kills me sometimes. It makes me have a stroke, because I'm trying to sit here and read these goddamn motherfucking things and not have and try to read them out properly. I thought this guy called me a pedophile. Are you an audiophile, or the type that are fine with gaming headsets being used? I use a set, I would say I'm a light audiophile. I have 2 massive speakers right next to me. I have one right here, and one over here. They're about this tall. They have 3 speakers in them each. And I use them to create a surround sound type situation. I don't know why I'm having the mic over here. Like a surround sound type situation, you know? You get me? Uh-oh. Someone's seen my Cat 7. I'm sorry, a wildcat? Did you see that in the fucking thumbnail? I knew someone would eventually end up seeing that fucking wildcat. Yeah, I had a wildcat 6 years ago. I don't remember what happened to it. It's not around here anymore. I might have broke it. Hopefully I didn't. But, yeah. That was the first controller outside of the Razer Wolverine Ultimate with like 6 extra buttons, man. That bitch was sick. So you have a type. Type of speaker, yeah. Why are most third-party controllers usually Xbox layout and not a symmetrical layout like PlayStation? I literally talked about this exact thing earlier. I don't know if you're the person who made that comment, but I saw that comment. I saw that fucking comment. And I was like, yeah, why do? There's not more symmetrical layout controllers. There should be. There really should be. Even though, like, the industry standard is the Xbox layout because it's been here since the fucking 60s or some shit. Yeah. Oh, shit. Got him Coach TV with the $1.99 donation. Thank you so much. Coach. Put me in, Coach. Can you speak more on the Hex Phantom? Did you review? I will review. I like the Hex Phantom a lot. There's not much to say about the Hex Phantom. It's not really feature-rich. It just has 4 rear buttons and 2 adjustable clicky triggers, as well as the stick drift fix. I think it's the best in terms of, like, price to performance for PlayStation because it has 4 rear buttons and adjustable clicky triggers instead of, like, analog trigger stops. And it also includes all of the stock DualSense features that all the people love. So the microphone, the rumble motors, the adaptive triggers, all of that stays, but you get a couple extra pro features on top of that. So I'm going to say the Hex Phantom is like the best PlayStation controller in my opinion. Bro, I need suggestions. I am trying to play Apex competitively. Play on PS5 using the DualSense Edge, but I wish they had 4 paddles. Any other suggestions? The Hex Phantom, man. The Hex Phantom. Oh my Jesus Christ. HD Irony? Hiddeny? Dude, everyone who donates has a weird name. I don't know how to speak the names. I don't know how to do this. I'm tired, boss. Thank you so much for the $30. I don't know what currency that is, but that is $30. Thank you so much. Appreciate the work you do. I appreciate you guys. You guys are fucking insane out there tonight, dude. Seriously. I cannot believe the amount of support this live stream has gotten. I have thought, there's always some shithead in the back of my head that's like, I don't want to do this anymore. I've thought about ending the stream like twice, and I've repeatedly been like, no, I'm having the most fun I've had in a long time. Been using Razer Wolverine controller since 2020 and was a Scuf user prior. Do you think it's worthwhile to switch over to GameSir in your opinion? If your controller's busted, or is in the process of busting, that sounds gay. If your controller's busted, yes. Or is in the process of breaking, yes. I would probably switch over to something like GameSir and give that a shot. Because they have front buttons now, which are a lot like the Razer Wolverine Tournament Edition's front buttons. It actually has like the Tournament Edition layout. It's perfect. But, yeah. Oh, it's from Australia. Okay. Well, I appreciate you, HD. I'm going to call you HD. The money of A. There's there's P's and G's and Q's and I don't know any of this shit, man. I'm fucking American. You guys gotta give me a break. I don't know anything about anything. Look at my room. It's filled with the greatest of A-Team and GTA 4 and a painting of Marshmallow I made. I am not cultured. I am not cultured. The coolest thing I have in my room is that image of the Hubble Ultra Deep Field. And that Polaris Sportsman badge underneath it. Sounds like your life has been a struggle, but that struggle but fuck, man, I can't speak reading anything. But it's that struggle that keeps the strongest people alive, or that gives the strongest people. Keep going. It sounds like you decided to do your own thing and are struggling. Keep busting. Keep busting. This chat is immaculate. Truly immaculate. I really do. I'm really having the most fun with you guys. Truly and honestly. Do you vibe with BBNO? What the fuck is that? Is that a fucking... Why does everyone who makes music nowadays have a name that looks like Norwegian or some shit? What the fuck is that? BBNO $. With the fucking things and the fucking letters that don't go next to each other. Stop it. Controller tier list. I did one of those yesterday. I talked about my favorite controllers yesterday in a video. You can check that out. That's public right now. BB no money. Oh. The only BB I know is like Benjamin Netanyahu. Who I can't say anything about because Israel will put me on a fucking list. Even though I'm just a controller reviewer. I don't know how we got here. My conclusion from your review on the G7 Pro is that you didn't fully recommend it. However, in your recent video, you recommend specifically the Wu-Chang and Zenless Zone Zero G7 Pro. What is different about them? Wireless on Xbox. The G7 Pro, the original G7 Pro, didn't have wireless on Xbox, but the Zenless and Wu-Chang are wireless on Xbox. They are a little bit more due to that feature, but they are much more worth it, in my opinion, because of the wireless on Xbox, making them true Xbox controllers instead of being like half PC controllers, which is kind of what the G7 Pro, the base G7 Pro was. So yeah, I think the Zenless and the Wu-Chang are the best Xbox controllers you can get, like hands down. I swear if you said Beanie Babies. Man, every time there's a $sign or a slash through a letter or something, it's always some fucking rapper or something. It's always. Letters that ain't supposed to go next to each other. It's like, nigga, I'm pretty sure B's and N's ain't supposed to. Damn, I just fucking dropped that hard. I gotta chill. I gotta remember I'm not fucking talking to my friends. W red pill. There's no pill, no pills. No pills. We ain't doing no pills here. Popping no pills. No blue pills, no red pills. No political pills. All of the pills are pedophiles. How do you guys not get this? Fuck all of the pills. All of the pills are pedophiles. Every single one of them. W red pill. No pills. Stop taking pills. You don't need pills. I don't need pills. We don't need pills. Thoughts on things like patents on game mechanic, e.g. Nemesis system and Blizzard's play of the game. That is the gayest thing you could ever do, is find something awesome and then patent it. Really? It's like 99% of stuff that's patented isn't even like, oh, this is the foundation of how I make my money. That's not even how it is, like, for 99% of that shit. It's like, it's just something cool that someone makes that helps them make something cool. But then they want to have it all to themselves. It's like, what? You're patenting game mechanics? Rockstar was doing that same shit with GTA 6. They're patenting fucking AI systems and this, that, and the other. And I'm like, why are you doing that? patent it and then not even use it again? Exactly. Like, how many times has that shit happened? Are we seriously just gonna sit here and act like all patents are are super, like, I know you made a thing. Cool. I know, I get it. And I know you want credit for that thing. And I know you want to get paid for that thing. I get all of those things. But I feel like there are some things that are better for the greater good that shouldn't just be, like, held on to. And it's not even for, like, the greater good. It's just that if a company's holding on to something because they want to stop other companies from potentially having any profits off of this awesome thing that they accidentally stumbled into, fuck you. Fucking Scuf tried to patent their awful paddle design for their fucking controllers, which is fine. You want to know what's good? What's good is when companies patent bad things, because then that means that no one else gets to use a bad thing. Like Scuf patenting, I believe they patented their paddle design for their controllers, which was awesome, because no one uses that paddle design, and that paddle design is ass. So patents could backfire too. Just shave it, Mr. Controller. No. I can't shave this, and I can't cut this. Because this is how I don't talk to females that often. But when I do, they always talk to me about my hair. So I gotta keep the hair. The hair keeps the ladies happy. The mustache stops me from looking 16. I look 16 when I don't have this. Hi, guys! You know? It's not funny. Nardwar, what's up? Listen, Nardwar is he's a stylish man. Don't you make fun of Nardwar. I am him. I am him. It's funny that you mentioned that, as Gamesters' patent isn't actually a patent, but a patent over using a red stem on K-silver sticks. Yeah. Patents could also, that's something we didn't mention, patents could also be scummy. Very scummy. Still look 16. Hey, fuck you. I'm going to look 16 until I'm 34. I'm like partially Italian. My mom is, hope she's not watching the stream. My mom is approaching 40. Looks like she might be just turning 30. Maybe. Looks like she's actually might be in her late 20s. So we are a fortunate family in this household. But it really sucks because now that I'm 23, I can't date any 23-year-old chicks because they all think I look like I'm 16. Mario sad music. Did the stream break? Or is the stream still going? Oh, okay, the stream's still going. Dr. Copium, how you doing, man? Hey, Rod, just wanted to say that I recall watching the video you removed a while back about the struggles. I really resonated with that video, and I'm very happy to see you posting with such fire. Thank you so much, man. I really appreciate you, man. You've been here supporting me throughout. I appreciate you. Looking young is a good thing, bro. I'm 39 and look 29. Oh yeah, I take it as a blessing because I know that in the future I am going to, all my friends are going to be aging and I'm still going to look sexy as hell. Oh, I'm going to look great when I'm going to be the best looking 35-year-old man on planet Earth. But for now, I look like I'm 11. Unfortunate. People still mistake me and be like, you know when people talk to you out in public when they think you're a kid? I know most of you probably don't get this. Or if you do, you remember it from childhood. But do you know how people talk to you out in public when they think you're a kid? People still do that to me sometimes. Like, they think that, like, I'm, like, 17. Like, I'm going to the dispensary. What the fuck are you talking? Buying weed, sir. The fuck? Grow a beard, brother. I'm trying, sir. I'm trying. I just have this little shit right here. W for 35-year-old you. Yeah, I'll see him in 12 years. Until then, it's just a struggle. It's such a fucking struggle, man. Like, it's so fucking terrible. People, like, think it's such, like I said, it's gonna be great when I'm older. But it's such a problem trying to talk to chicks when you look like fucking Morty from fucking Rick and Morty. It's like... It's the worst. Oh, it's the worst. Don't worry, I'm in my 30s and still beard deficient like you and look 23. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, none of us have any testosterone anymore. I don't know. There's been a big study, like a bunch of different studies about that. Since like the 80s or 90s, testosterone levels have just been doing this. And because of that, like, people look better. People look younger. Male bodies experience different things later in life because they don't have as much testosterone as people used to. Young Face Club. Young Face. That's why they call me Young Face. Black Morty over here. Oh, hell yeah. I'd still get ID'd. Dude, I get ID'd everywhere. It doesn't matter. Unless I'm going to a place where I know people, I will get ID'd every fucking where. 30 right now, still get mistaken for a 20-year-old and can confirm all my friends are graying and balding. It's an advantage at this point. See? There's a group. See, we are a group of people who exist out there in the world. All the people who know that they're going to look good when their friends are graying, or who looking good while their friends are graying. There's a group of us out there. We should collect together and be like the young old niggas society or something like that. Looks maxing. Yep. Everyone nowadays, well, not everybody, but a lot of people nowadays, low T means that everyone gets to grow up looking good and not being manly faced, which I suppose to a lot of people is a good thing, but not having enough testosterone, especially as a man, causes a lot of problems later in life. And it's probably one of the reasons, I never really thought about that, but it might be one of the reasons all young men are going crazy nowadays. Fun thought. Stop playing fighter games because controllers suck and hitbox is a journey, but I did get better. What controller have you came across that has a responsive D-pad? If you are not busy. I am not. I'm currently sitting here streaming to you guys. Of course I'm not busy. Honestly, any D-pad that has... So, you know, like, circular D-pads and then cross D-pads, right? I would go for controllers with cross D-pads. Cross D-pads are much better for fighting games, in my opinion, from my experience personally, because the cross D-pad allows inputs to be very direct in the direction that you want it to go in. Whereas circular D-pads are like double-click hell. So I would go for something with a cross D-pad. I know that sounds very vague, but that is the best option I could have or give you outside of like buying an actual fighting pad controller. You still have smooth skin or a filter. I have so I'm using my iPhone to stream right now, and I hate it. I hate it because my iPhone beautifies the fuck out of me like every other camera nowadays. My eyes aren't that big. My skin isn't that clear. And I know that for a fact. I don't know how to turn any of that shit off. I don't even know if you can. But I noticed the same thing. The camera definitely does bullshit to make you look better. I think the crazy aspect might be the level of THC in the weed. Dude, the level of THC in the weed's getting outrageous, brother. It's getting outrageous. I wish YouTube... Well, no, I'm not going to say that. I was about to say, I wish YouTube wasn't so harsh on smoking, but I get why they are. So, I'm not going to sit... I have smoked in streams, but I'm not going to today. When I was 18, the weed is totally different than it is now. Dude, my mom... So... Shit. Alright, I could tell this story. So there used to be... My mom used to call the weed that they used to get the Flint Town Browns. Want to know why? Because I'm pretty sure if you were around back then, you would know about this, Ben. But... weed used to come from Mexico in bricks. With stems and seeds, and it was brown, and it was awful. And if no one was around or smoking at that time, you wouldn't know about it. Because I have had, like, my mom says that, like, bad weed today is good, like, awesome weed back then. Bad weed. Good weed today is, like, space age shit. Space age shit that never would have existed back then. Even the shit that they had like 10, 15 years ago was nothing like this. And it keeps getting crazier. The level of THC in the weed is getting outrageous. They're drugging us. For real, my tolerance is up there. Yeah, mine too. It's getting a little out of hand. It's almost like the only way I could really like smoke and like feel something nowadays is like if someone brings over like an infused joint or like some type of massive bong. Love a massive bong. They always kill me. Brick weed is the worst thing ever, full of pesticides, stomped together into a brick, often sits around for many months before it even gets sold. Dude, oh my god. Brick weed looks so terrible. It looks so terrible. And you're right. It's full of a bunch of Mexican pesticides and shit. Because they don't have laws. Where they grow a lot of that brick weed still, they don't have laws around that shit. So it's just, they just spray whatever onto it that fucking helps get rid of the bugs. And it's usually shit that's like super illegal here. Because it's, you know, been proven to be super toxic. Because cartel grow it and they don't care? Exactly. Will you ever quit weed? Yes. Yes, I will one day. I need to. I really need to. I don't quite like the way it makes my body function. And I'm not like a lot of other weed heads. I actually understand what I'm running from. A lot of weed people don't understand that like they're running from something. I am running from my loneliness. I know what weed is for me. I know how it functions. I know what it helps me with. And I know what I need to do in order to get rid of it. So I would like to get rid of it one day. I really fucking would. But man, it is hard. I think this was in a Cheech and Chong movie. Give me the brick weed over the dispensary any day. Dispensary weed's also a bit tricky. Because, I don't know. There's a lot of chemicals and pesticides used with all of the official shit. And the unofficial shit, like the fucking brick shit from Mexico. Alexander with the $5. Hell yeah, man. Thank you. I appreciate you. What's your take on the Scuf Valor Pro Wireless versus G7 Pro? Both have TMR, but just looking for the best experience for my Xbox Series X. I think the Scuf Valor Pro is a better device than their other devices because it's so cheap. But I would probably say the G7 Pro, because it's also, they're both wired controllers, and I think the G7 Pro with its optical buttons is going to feel a lot better. So I'll say the G7 Pro for Series X, even though it's wired. Comparing it to another wired controller, I would take it. Notification for this made my day, man. Glad to see you back in the flesh. Keep up the great work. Thank you so much, Fred. I fucking love you, man. I am so happy to be here. So happy to be here. I cannot believe the response I've gotten from this live stream. This is like a crazy watch live stream for me. I've never had this many live viewers. They should do a video on what companies to stay away from until they fix their issues. You have no idea what's coming, boy. You have no idea what's coming. I did the best controllers money could buy. Who's to say I won't do the worst controllers money could buy, huh? When I smoke, it magnifies what I want to mute out, so I hardly ever smoke. Yeah, smoking is, it's really fucking tricky. Because for some people it ruins them, for some people it builds and fuels them to do these crazy things. But for me, it's just, I am a very solitary person. I am working on my solitude. And as I continue to, I think I will need it less. But a lot of people who smoke weed have similar shit like that, where they are running from something or they feel something and they're just not trying to fucking deal with it. I'm not saying everybody, by the way. I'm not even saying a majority. I'm just saying I've interacted with many people who I'm like, this is a bunch of, this is, there's something else here, you know? There's something else deeper. Holy shit, Game Tech Talk with the 5 Canadian. Yo, man, I've seen your videos, man. Oh, yeah, thank you. No one said I'm the older, fatter, gray-haired version of you, but I'm going to say it anyway. Lol. Saw your latest vids. Cool to see you live. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Seriously, I appreciate you so fucking much, man. I've seen your videos, dude. Your videos are awesome. That's so crazy. I can't believe you caught me live. Thank you. Man, I love this shit. I love the controller shit. I love the community. You guys are fucking that's just a whole lot of hell yeah today. Will you ever do a fight stick and leverless controller ever? Yes, definitely. I have a couple of fighting games I like to play. They piss me off so much. Oh my god. Oh my god. I've never gotten more mad than I get at my fighting games, dude. I get so pissed. I get the most pressed. Well, hell yeah. I'm glad you have identified these things and are capable of handling them. All it takes is a little bit of deep diving and introspection, man. Sometimes we all got our own baggage. We all got our own baggage. Oh my god, HD. That hit me square in my chest. From my observation, smoking just makes people bored, okay with being bored. I heard something like this a while ago, and it's kind of something I've been trying to drill into my head. And it's like, weed makes you okay with living a life the sober you would never be okay living. Meaning, you would be okay fucking around and fucking off and doing this, that, and the other while you're high. But when you're sober, you wouldn't accept that. So as time goes on, you build a life that isn't something you'd like to live. Because you're constantly in a state of mind where you're doing things where a sober, sound mind you wouldn't do that. Just food for thought. This channel was a failed channel attempt. I also use weed for anxiety maximizing. 24, this channel was a failed YouTube channel attempt. I also use weed for anxiety, maximizing enjoyment of the moment, and also due to sadness. But if you are happy and smoke, it only amplifies it also. Yeah, that's why I resonated so much with that one video. I felt like I was looking at a different version of myself. Well, Dr. Copium, we all have our extremely unique ways of copium. That's mine. And that video, I got rid of it because I felt like it wasn't healthy to have it up anymore. But I'm glad that it resonated with some of you guys because, man, that was a rough period of time. But, you know, like I said, we're all going through our own shit. And I hope you guys are doing okay, too. I hope you guys are doing great. Brahm, you hear about this jacket is part of the costume or some character he plays? I always see him with it on. Yes. The jacket is part of the channel. I have always had a jacket as part of the channel. I have always worn something as like a costume, kind of. I always wear the same type of shirt. I always wear the same type of pants. It is a fit. I wear the same 2 or 3 shirts that keep me warm because I live in Michigan and it's cold right now. And they also match the style of the jacket. And I swap into this whenever I'm doing YouTube shit because it's like a costume. I like it. It may be weird to hear this, but it's the reason I stuck around. I knew I'd see this moment of the brighter turnaround. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. Seriously. I was starting to lose hope for a long time that I would ever have like a real turnaround. I was like, I sat down with myself and I'm like, man, I just keep hoping that one day I'll just turn things around, and that's not going to happen. And I just kept having that talk with myself. But one day I was just like, I need to start taking medicine and I need to get my life together now, like right now. And I did. And I'm so fucking happy that this has all started to work out again. It's absolutely insane. It's proven to me that you can literally like, the universe is very favorable to me. I fucked up bad for like a year and didn't upload. And then I came back and things started working out again. And I really can't appreciate you guys enough. Seriously. I used to smoke weed most days and most hours of the day. I eventually grew out of it. I still have no ill sentiment towards it though. Helped me get through tough times and made me some great times greater too. Yeah. Yeah. And you know, it seems like that's really what weed's about. It's about having a good time. It's about amplifying some good times. It's about chilling, hanging out with friends, having a good time, fucking around. And you know, like, me and my friends, we just got done being teenagers. So we're still like young, dumb idiots. Like, you know, I know there's a lot of adults in this chat. I'm a kid. Like, I'm 23, but I'm like a kid. Like, does anyone here know what I'm talking about? Where like, you're young and you know that certain things are bad, or certain things are probably shouldn't be done, or like, I shouldn't go out to this takeover because this is super illegal and I could go to jail. But you do it anyways because you're young and you're like, you're going to be young once. I have to have stories of going to takeovers high with my friends. Because if I don't feel like, part of me feels like I'm not going to have those stories. Part of me feels like that's just what you do when you're young. You fuck around. You do illegal things. You get into things you shouldn't. And I'm excited to be old, but I'm also very happy to still be 23. And W vulnerability from all of you. No, seriously. Seriously, you guys. This has been a great chat. This has been a great stream. I've had a wonderful time. I'm 31, still get there. Got no kids, though. That might do it to you. Kids calm people right the fuck down. I got friends who have had kids, and I have friends who have had kids. They're still a little rowdy. I've had friends who had kids, and they calmed right the hell down. So kids will definitely do that to you when you get older. I think that happens for a lot of people, too. They're like, I can't afford to fucking have the sports car and go out to the takeovers and get arrested, and I can't afford to do any of that, you know? Greetings from Athens, Greece. Hell yeah! Out there living the dream. What's up? Athens. No way. It's like saying you live in Giza. Fucking shit's awesome. Enjoy your 20s and have fun, but life's still fun in the 30s as well. I think your 30s are your peak. I think your 20s are your time to have like a little bit of fun and build something. And then I think your 30s are where you peak. I think you peak between the years of 30 and 34. Around the same time UFC fighters peak. I think that's where most people would peak at. Because that's where you have more knowledge than you did when you were a dumbass in your 20s. But you have more resources usually. You usually have more income. But you're also not, your body hasn't started to really give up on you yet. So you have reached the peak of your physical and mental like apex. I think around 33, 34 years old. I'm super excited to be 33. I can't wait. I'm going to be out there. Not if you block pain receptors. Oh my lord. Then you crazy. Yo, Brandon with the $20 fucking dollars. Brandon L7964, also from the Mitten, discovered you on your return. Love the vids and keeping it real, dude. Thank you so much, dude. You are a fucking G unit, dude. Seriously, I appreciate you so much. Also from the Mitten. Hell yeah. I'm from right here. Fucking, that's what I love about the Mitten is you could just be like, where do you live? You'd be like, I live there. I live there. I live there. It's great. But I came out with some traumas. Oh, wait. 35, no kids, no wife. It's lonely, but I'm not a social person. I just got to find the right lady. But I did share my share of stuff when I was younger, stuff that I shouldn't have been doing at my age, but it was nice. But I came out of it with some trauma, so I don't party anymore or do crazy shit. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I think partying and like experiencing crazy shit, you know, you gotta have a limit. But well, I mean, what's being young for anyways? I mean, I think half of being young is thinking you're invincible anyways, so it's like one day you'll realize you aren't, but hopefully it doesn't happen with a rude awakening. Hopefully the universe just gives you a subtle nudge one day, like, hey, you're an idiot, and you're gonna go to jail if you keep doing this. Any plans on doing gaming content? Yes. I'm going to be doing GTA 6 content when GTA 6 comes out. Guaranteed. I think I might do some GTA 5 content in the meantime. I might do some 5M. And then I might do some, like, Ghost of Yote or something for a stream or two. But I would think I'd like to put up gaming streams and gaming videos. And specifically GTA 6. So, yeah. Like your channel very much. By the way, I'm almost 42 and neither of I've family or kids. Enjoy your moments and always do whatever makes you feel nice and never give a fuck. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. There are a lot of people who are like, I've always imagined that the internet is just kids. Like, it's just kids. Entire internet's just kids. But like, my channel has proven to me time and time again that older people really enjoy watching my shit. And like, not older, I'm not calling you guys old, but I mean like adults, like real adults, like watching my videos, which makes me feel awesome. because I thought I was making my videos for like shitty 15-year-olds for the longest time. And it took me a while to realize, I was like, no, I'm making videos for people like me. They're just a bit older usually. But I vibe with people who are like 35, way more than I vibe with people usually who are my age. Usually, it's quite difficult to vibe with people my age. But vibing with people who are a decent bit older is super easy. Super easy. I've been gaming with Gyro, Killing Floor 2, Dead Space Remake, 8-Bito Ultimate Wireless 2. It's awesome, and I can't believe more people don't use gyros in shooters. Yeah, I have heard a lot of great things about Gyro. A lot of great things. I get bitched out for it consistently because I don't cover it. I do have to actually take a look-see at Gyro. I think it'd be an interesting video. I honestly have no regrets. Great times with my dad, even though he passed away when I was 15. And great times with my mom. She's still with me, but yeah, I made some great memories, but I had to stop for real. Yeah, man, it's, you're an old soul. Thank you. Sometimes they just don't work for us. Especially when we're fucking young and dumb, or even old and dumb, or just dumb. You just can't be dumb. Do you think controller needs aim assist? I played no other AA on roller, and I just want to get your insight on whether or not you think it's possible to compete with keyboard and mouse at higher levels. The game has to be built right. For aim assist to be turned off and the controller to be usable, the game has to be built right. For instance, I use no aim assist on GTA 5. I'm a fucking maniac. You want to know why? Because it's impossible to play that game without aim assist. It's impossible to play that game without aim assist. I think there's a chance that if a game is built properly and is like, and I mean built properly as in like the curves for the thumbstick are not weird. The dead zones aren't strange or anything like that. Because usually when you turn off aim assist in game, you feel the raw feel of how that game would, like, I don't know how to explain it. You feel the raw feel of that game, and it never feels like they anticipated you turning off aim assist. That's what I mean. There are certain games, though, where you turn off aim assist, and it's like, oh, this feels pretty solid. It feels like you could play the game like this. So aim assist depends more so on the game being played rather than the controller being used. Of course, and us and the adults like the great job, and the adults like us, and us, the adults, like the great job you do on your videos. Don't forget that the true gamers are us, the 80s to 90s kids. We've lived and enjoyed almost every console generation in arcades. And then a guy replied underneath that saying, "Unk." It is true. He is an unk, and he is one of the awesome unks because he got to play in arcades and shit. Have you ever been to an arcade? I've been to an arcade. An arcade is fucking awesome. I've been to a couple of arcades, especially when I was younger when they were more popular. Arcades died while I was a kid. I watched it happen. Like, there's only a couple of them around here anymore. There's one arcade I know of, like, that's open consistently, and that arcade is 45 minutes up north, or some shit like that. By being right, do you mean good settings? Kind of. What I mean is, yeah, like the settings of how they want it, for aim assist to be off in a game, the game needs to be built right, as in the settings they preset for you with like dead zones and shit. All of that needs to be perfect for it to be a game where you could have no aim assist. Because if it's not, it's going to feel like GTA. GTA, when you don't have aim assist, feels like this. You have 8 directions. Oh no, I'm trying to aim over here, but it's... Yeah. Is Marvel Rivals like that if you've played it? I haven't tried Marvel Rivals without aim assist. Marvel Rivals seems like is a very casual game. But I could give it a shot, though. Marvel Rivals is good with no aim assist, in my opinion, also. Okay. Okay. I'll keep it in mind. Alright. It is about 7 o'clock. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I haven't eaten today. I'm very hot. I got in the shower for this. Wrote down some things for my Patreon video I have to record. And then got to this live stream. So I am hot. I am sober, which I don't like right now. But I will be quitting. At some point. I'm going to be quitting this, by the way. But yeah. I gotta go eat. I gotta go have a smoke. Wait, when is the Patreon? Patreon is gonna be probably the 4th or the 5th. I'm gonna have a video out about that, and then I'm gonna have a video out about a racing wheel between the 8th and the 10th. So that is the announcements for today. Have you seen the games for steering wheel controller? Yes, I have, and I think it's stupid. Get a direct drive wheel. Anyways, I love you guys. I'm going to go have myself a snack and get to this shit and record a video. I appreciate each and every one of you coming out. Oh yeah, Happy Easter. Happy Easter, everybody. Completely forgot about that. Happy Easter. And have a wonderful fucking night. I appreciate every single one of you coming out. And I will see you again probably at the end of this month or at the beginning of next month for another live stream, all right? Take it easy. All right, now how do I end the live stream? I don't know.